Hey, 10-minute daily reality check live at Life Kitchen. What's Life Kitchen? It's a kitchen that's full of life. In Playa Vista, which, Tripp, by the way, Playa Vista, does it not fucking remind you of the Truman Show here?
Totally.
It's
very fabricated.
Like, unbelievably, right?
Yeah.
Like, weird, like almost like you're thinking to yourself, there is going to be something bizarre happening here.
Like a Pleasantville kind of situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
like it. I mean, you live here. I'm out visiting for technically the first time. I haven't seen all this new buildings and restaurants and stuff, but I think it's awesome.
It is kind of cool, right?
Is it cool? I mean, you live here. You know.
No. It's kind of Stepfordy. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Friday night in Playa Vista, they have this like crafts fair, which I go and I just kind of go and hang out because, I want to run into my daughter because it's not my night with my daughter. So I kind of want to run into my daughter so I can have some extra time with her so she spends some time away from her dominating mother, right? So that's what I'm kind of playing it off there. You hear that, mother? Father needs more time with the daughter. If you listen to it, she probably doesn't listen to the podcast
she's definitely
anyway.
listening to the podcast.
She probably does because she listens to it and go, that fucking asshole, I can't believe he said that, I know they do that because it's funny. Exes will listen to podcasts just so they can hate you more, right? And new women will listen to the podcast just to see whether or not you're going to be an asshole down in the future. So I'm going to play really nice today because we're going to talk about something interesting. So not about my Friday night, but Friday night in Pleasantville is when they have like little crafts fair and other things. It's almost like cue the Christmas story, It's like cue the snow flurries, Make the leaves drop down from the sky. Have anything fake possible because it is Fakeville. And I think it's the perfect new Los Angeles city because LA's got a little bit of fake stuff on there anyway.
Yeah.
So we were talking a little off air and now we're going to bring it on air about this thing called dating. Now, most of the time the podcast is not really about dating, it's about a lot of other things, but Tripp came up with this idea, what if there was a fucking screening process, a litmus test, that we can literally get rid of the crazy person and not waste fucking 6 months finding out that she's a crazy bitch, right? And for you women, there'd be the same litmus test to find out that the guy that convinced you that he was what he was, you find out that he actually was what he really wasn't because he actually isn't what he thought he was going to be or isn't what you thought he was going to be.
And more specifically, I think, and you work with them. I don't work with them, and you know better than I do. They're looking for a man who wants to commit and get serious. And I think there's a lot of guys who are playing the field. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but they'll play the field and not do it in an honest and authentic way. So they'll try to get a girl to like them. They'll pretend that they like her, sleep with them a few times, and all of a sudden ghost them and drop off the face of the planet. I feel bad for women because they're just getting played by these guys who are never really serious about commitment. So I was saying to you earlier...
Well, they're pussy salesmen.
Right.
I mean, that's what they're doing. They're basically selling, they're basically talking to your pussy the entire time, and they're basically trying to sell and go, no, I want a relationship. I really do. I want to be in love. And they say all the right things, but their actions, and I tell women this all the time, Jesus, stop believing their words, look at their fucking actions. And in 30 days of dating somebody, and this is good advice for you too, write down all the promises that people make, like what Miss Promise does, and Mr. Big Promise does, and write it all down, and then see what promises they actually came through and grade them. So if they had 10 promises, they came through at 3, you're basically telling the universe that you're going to date an F.
Right, exactly. So I want women to be able to have a screening process for guys who are actually ready to commit, and I want a screening process for guys on women who don't have, this doesn't sound controversial, but mental illnesses or past addictions or things like that.
Narcissism, borderlines, manic depressants.
Now, I'm not saying that those people aren't worthy of love, right? They are.
They are.
But, it's like you don't want to get into a relationship with someone that's defected. If you have the choice of someone that you want to be with that is defected or not defected, you'd probably choose someone who's not, right?
But aren't we all defected? Don't we all have a warning? Like on the side of cigarettes, warning, smoking the substance may cause lung cancer. So we should have a warning on the side of us in tattoos go, warning, hanging out with this person may mentally fuck you up for the rest of your life.
Right, exactly. But unfortunately, this technology doesn't exist, probably won't ever exist.
Unless we make it up.
Be very rich. And so we have to go through the dating process and then try to find out. And the problem with that is sometimes when you're going through the courtship process of the first 1 to 4 months, these things come out very slowly because you're trying to impress the person. You're putting on your best face, literally and figuratively, so you can try to make sure that you guys last longer. And then it's not till 4 to 6 months to 9 months later you find out their true colors. So I don't know. I guess the question then is, since this technology doesn't exist, what is the quickest way to be able to find out these things from someone you're dating so you have the best chances of it being a successful relationship? I don't know the answer.
I got an answer. So you call their agent. The agent's been representing them the whole time in the first 90 days, right? And go, listen, tonight, can you have Mary please show up, right? And leave the agent behind? Because that's what I feel like a lot of the times. People really, this is the problem. Most people don't believe that the world is abundant. I have an abundant mindset. I truly, truly believe that there's unbelievably beautiful women that want to go out with me, that are emotionally available, that are sexually available, that are my equal on so many levels. I mean, I could go deeper and deeper, but this isn't about my quest, right? So I truly show up as me. I don't care because I have this abundant mindset that this woman already exists out there. I believe it. So I'm not trying to impress somebody at all. I'm not doing anything that I do for a woman. I'm doing because, well, I like showing up for somebody, you know? I like to make their life easier. I enjoy making their life easier. I enjoy hanging out with their kids. I enjoy getting to know them. I enjoy doing these things. So what you see is what you get. I'm going to be crude. I'm going to be me no matter what, because that's all I can be. The problem is a lot of people don't have an abundant mindset. So they meet a guy or a woman, you know, a woman meets a guy like you or I, or a woman meets, or a man meets a great woman. And what they do is they have this lack of abundance because they have this mentality of, fuck, man, I've been single so long. I'm so sick of it. I don't want to be single anymore. I don't want to go and just date anymore. So I got to make it work with this person.
Right.
So they become conformists, you know, where they're almost like illusionists, you know, like magicians. They agree. They start hiking with her and they do yoga with her. And, you know, and then she goes and watches football and she fucking hates football. She thinks guys who play fantasy football, I mean, she even posted it 6 months before on her Instagram. She thinks fantasy football is the geekiest thing in the entire world. Yet, now she seems to love it. So they bring out the representative because they're not authentic.
Until a year and a half later, she says how much she hates it.
Yes.
And she hated it the whole time, but she was just doing it because she was trying to attract the guy and keep him.
Exactly. So the representative was selling the bill of goods that wasn't who they are because they don't practice abundance. See, the thing is, there's so many, what is there, 10, 15, 20, 100 billion people? Who the fuck knows? I lost count, right? Plus the fact is we don't really know because there's so many illegals running all over the place. So if there's like 4 billion, there's probably 6 billion, right? So, and most of them ate McDonald's. You said 99 billion served on McDonald's?
Yeah.
How fucking repulsive is that? Anyway, that's a whole other podcast. But we need to realize that if we show up as who we are and we show each other who we truly are, then we can make a determination based on who we are. Because we're all crazy. We all have shit. We all have baggage. We all have crap that we bring into a relationship. We've all got triggers. We've all got insecurities. We've all got fears, right? So why not bring them out? And why not allow somebody to see who we really are? And that person doesn't want to be with you. They made that choice and you need to be okay with it.
I'm just hoping that if you come into the relationship like that or the dating process like that and you show up and you're just unapologetically you, that you'll get the same from that person. You know, that's what I'd hope. I think that probably is, at this point, probably the best method is just to be able to be so raw and vulnerable and just be you, hoping that that person feels more comfortable to then be comfortable showing who they are and their true colors. But other than that, as long as you do that, you don't have any guarantee that that person is going to show you who they are. I'm just hoping that someone does that.
All right, so let's get rid of the word hope, right? Because hope means that we're getting on our knees and praying. Oh my God, I hope the plane doesn't crash. Well, let me tell you something. The plane's going to fucking crash whether you like it or not, right? If that plane's going down, it's not up to you. Hope is not going to do anything. It's not that I'm making fun of faith, because I think faith is a great thing. Believing in God, spirit, soul, universe, whatever you want to call it is fantastic. But I think when we use the terms hope, it almost makes us like powerless, right? Well, I just hope that if I put myself out there, I hope someone else fucking comes back and shows me authenticity, right? If you believe that life is a mirror, if you're authentic, then you know what? You'll be able to recognize another authentic person because you'll start seeing how uncomfortable they are and you'll start listening. And I think that's the biggest key to any successful relationship, business, personal, whatever it might be, is listen to their shit. Because if you look back and do a review, and I call it the relationship in review, if I look back at the last 5 relationships I had, I basically would have stopped every single one of them within the first month. And I'm going back into 2008, okay? I would have stopped all of them in the first month because I saw the United Nations fucking flags right in front. Boom, boom, they were planted. But because I was still living a story. And that story was I wanted to have love. That story was I wanted romance. Or maybe this person was my soulmate. Or there was this soul connection. They said something that triggered something off in my brain. And I ignored it. People show who they truly are in the first 30 days. If you pay attention and get out of fucking La La Land and you get out of Oxytocinville, you know, and I call it Mr. Toad's Wild Oxytocin Ride. You get out of that fucking oxytocin ride, you really start to see who they are, and you can make a determination going, you know what, that's not good. The last person I was with, she even told me after 2 weeks that she didn't think her body would be good enough for me. I didn't listen. And as we broke up a couple of months later, it was a physical thing that broke us up. It really, truly was, because she never felt secure enough around me. It's not my fault that I'm fucking rock hard and in great shape, you know, and she was in different shape than me. It was her shit. And I should have listened, okay, because I'm secure about my physical presence.
Yeah, it's just easier said than done, you know. It's easier said than done because you got to step into that moment and think as rationally and logically as possible and not pay attention to the emotions that are drawing you in because you want to have sex with them and they're pretty, and then you start rationalizing with yourself saying, well, okay, I know they have this thing that's not so good, but they have this and this and this. So basically...
it's done at that point.
Right. If you're ever rationalizing for someone, well, they have this and I can deal with this because they have this, you're not going to be able to deal with that 6 to 12 months later. That thing is going to bother the hell out of you.
That thing is going to concentrate. It's gonna grow and grow and grow. If you're a physical person and you are in great physical condition and that's your lifestyle, right? Because you eat healthy and you don't drink and you know, and you work out and you're with somebody who doesn't, it's going to magnify and magnify and magnify. You're going to stare at the bag of M&Ms and think to yourself, you don't need to eat that shit. I can tell you it's going to fucking kill you. And it's who you are. It's accepting who you are, but it's also having that abundance, because I love health and fitness and everything else. And, you know, I pop my herbs and I eat my healthy stuff. And I got to be with someone who does the same exact thing, because I'm not going to think, I don't want to think about at my age or where I'm at, what somebody else is eating or what they're doing. I don't want to caretake that way. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't want a child. I want an adult relationship. And I always, I put it all different ways. A smoker should be with a smoker. Drinkers should be with drinkers, right? I don't really drink, so I can go out with somebody who maybe has 1 or 2 glasses of wine on a weekend, but if she's drinking a glass of wine every single night, not my fucking style. Right. You know, I've tried it, and it doesn't work. So it goes back to looking at somebody in the beginning before the La La Land starts to hit, before you start seeing like, it's like, because you get so caught up in the feeling of being in love. And Pink Floyd said it, Pink Floyd's song said it perfectly, is the idea of falling in love are the hands of fate that seem to fit like a glove. It's a momentary lapse of reason. In that momentary lapse of reason, are we going to fucking realize, okay, that we're having a momentary lapse of reason, and are we going to try to convince ourselves, because you've done it and I've done it, when we walk on the beach with our friends and go, she's really cute, but I'm just not really that attracted to her, and it's like, I know, it's okay, I can't have everything. Bullshit. You have everything to start off with. You already have everything. So what you need and what you want from a partner is not a lot. It's the things that you need and want you need to put in levels of importance. Physical conditioning and health and wellness is important to me on so many levels as the things that are important to you, just like brain stimulation and other stuff. So fucking don't try to rationalize it.
Yeah, and don't settle.
No, why we settle? It's like settling. People settle at life every single day. Yeah, I'm just going to go to my shit-ass fucking job, and I'm going to eat my Doritos, and I'm going to have my fucking sun-kissed orange soda, and I'm going to go watch fucking This Is Us. You ever watch that show, right? Yeah. So I have a version of it. This could be us. This should have been us. This would have been us. This might be us. This maybe is us. But the thing is, it's like we watch these shows to escape, and the fact of the matter is we actually are script masters, and we can write our own life, and we can write our own shows. So why are we settling all the time? Why do people fucking settle?
Well said.
Thank you. All right, so that's 10 minutes of reality today, man. So you need to create your own version of This Is Us. What is us to you? What does us mean to you? What is us, and what is the definition of it? As you sit around and you watch these TV shows and you think to yourself how cool it could be to be Ray Donovan being a fixer, or how you want to fall in love and be on This Is Us, or how you want to, God knows what other fucking fantasy. Create your own fantasy life. Anyway, Tripp, you got a killer podcast, you got some good YouTube stuff, and you got a great website, so plug it.
Cool. So check me out, trippadvice.com. That's Tripp with 2 P's. And if you're listening to this on iTunes, go to How to Talk to Girls, because that's the podcast is called, and that's what it's about. Tripp Advice.
Perfect. And listen, folks, okay, this is what I'm asking you. I don't ask for many things, okay? Every single day I pound out this content. I bring my mic with me. Yeah, sometimes people see me and go, is that a hard-on in your pants? Because my mic, if you look at it right now, it looks like a dick, right? Doesn't it? It's got like a fucking big penis head to it. So I put it in my pocket, and sometimes it hangs to the side, sometimes to the left, sometimes I'm naturally a left-hanging. Are you a left or a right-hanging dick?
I have no idea. I think I'm right down the middle. Maybe a little.
You're right down the middle. That's got to be painful right down the middle.
Maybe a little to the right.
I'm a little to the left, right? So I'm a left-hanging one. So sometimes, okay, I'll put the mic in my right pocket, and it's an optical illusion. It looks like I have twins down there, right? So I ask all of you one thing and one thing only. My birthday is July 1st, 2018. I want 1 million downloads a month. I don't even know what downloads are. I think it's just a bunch of depressed people who fucking download things. What are downloads? Oh, we're downing it. I don't know what a download is. I don't know what really constitutes it, but I want 1 million listeners per month, and the only way I'm going to do that is if you spread the word, post this on your social media, and do all the wonderful things so I can continue to do the content and bring this mic around. And if you happen to see me with my mic in my pants, I'll put you a guest on the show. Just come and just grab my fucking pants and try to
Playa Vista. Come to the Truman Show.
Exactly.
David will be around here.
Exactly. And do me a favor, okay? You got to know whether I hang left or right, and you better grab the fucking mic and not grab the other head. 10-minute daily reality check out. See ya.